Billy the Kid, the most wanted outlaw of the Wild West. Billy the Kid is one of the most famous outlaws in American history. A name surrounded by gunfights, escape stories, and legend. Some saw him as a cold-blooded killer. Others believed he was a victim of a violent frontier. But behind the myth was a real young man whose life was short, brutal, and shaped by chaos. Billy the Kid was born Henry McCarty in 1859. His early life was defined by loss and instability. His father disappeared when he was young, and his mother died of tuberculosis before Billy reached adulthood. By his teenage years, he was alone, poor, and drifting across the American frontier. The Wild West was not the romantic place later movies would portray. It was violent, lawless, and unforgiving. Opportunities were scarce, and survival often depended on how fast you could draw a gun. Billy learned early how to survive. He was small, quick, and intelligent. Unlike many outlaws, Billy was known to be friendly and polite until violence erupted. His first known killing occurred when he was still a teenager during a fight that quickly turned deadly. From that moment on, there was no turning back. Billy became involved in the Lincoln County War in New Mexico, a brutal conflict between rival business factions that dragged the law into corruption and bloodshed. During this period, Billy killed multiple men, often claiming self-defense. Whether these killings were justified or not remains debated to this day. What made Billy the Kid truly famous was not just his violence, it was his ability to escape. He was arrested multiple times, and he escaped multiple times. Jails, guards, chains, none seemed to hold him for long. Each escape added to his legend and embarrassed law enforcement across the territory. To the authorities, Billy was becoming a symbol of everything wrong with the frontier. To many locals, he was a folk hero, someone standing up to corrupt businessmen and brutal lawmen. Eventually, the man tasked with stopping him was someone Billy once trusted, Pat Garrett. Garrett had been an acquaintance of Billy's, but now he was appointed sheriff and given one mission: capture Billy the Kid, dead or alive. Billy was finally arrested and convicted of murder. He was sentenced to hang, but once again, Billy escaped. In a daring breakout, he killed 2 deputies and vanished into the New Mexico desert. The manhunt that followed became legendary. For months, Billy was hunted relentlessly. Posters appeared across the territory. A reward was offered. Everyone knew his face. On the night of July 14, 1881, Pat Garrett finally caught up with him in Fort Sumner. What happened next remains one of the most debated moments in Wild West history. According to Garrett, Billy entered a dark room and asked, "Who is it?" in Spanish. Garrett fired twice. Billy the Kid collapsed and died at just 21 years old. But legends do not die easily. Almost immediately, rumors spread that Billy had survived, that Garrett had killed the wrong man, that Billy lived on under a new identity. Decades later, people would still claim to be the real Billy the Kid. Whether outlaw or legend, Billy the Kid became immortal. He represented the chaos, violence, and myth of the Wild West itself. He did not live long. He did not build an empire. But few figures have ever captured the imagination of a nation quite like Billy the Kid.